Serena, and on the line now is also Rainn Wilson. Give it up! My next guest is a two-time Grammy winner whose single Old Town Road shattered just about every record last year. His new EP is called The Singin' Hill Sessions Mojave. It's out now. Give it up for Billy Ray Cyrus, everybody! Yeah. I like that little lick. What's up, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Well, when you were here in March, before the world decided to just turn, Old Town Road was 10 times platinum, and now it's 13 times platinum. Can you believe it hasn't slowed down? People love that song.
It's been crazy, and you're right. Referring back to the last time I saw you was the last little bit of normal that I recall. Everything after that, I left from your couch and went and did a show with Neil Diamond and Sammy Hagar in Las Vegas.
Wow.
And I caught a Southwest flight the next morning after that back to Nashville, and by the time I landed, the whole world had changed. So it's at this moment to be back with you going full circle, and we're all starting brand new again. And you're right about Old Town Road. I think that a lot of people hear that song and go back to 2019. I know I do. I loved 2019 and
really any year other than this one, but yeah.
Yeah, I just this year. I'm looking forward to 2021.
Amen. Your mouth to God's ear. Is it true you got your first iPhone this year? Is that a real thing?
It's a bit embarrassing to bring it up, but I've been living like Fred Flintstone and realized that my mom was living like the Jetsons. And I go, man, I'm scared to death of change, but I think I really need to step up to the plate. And now that I have, it's opened up a whole new world. I write all my songs now on my iPhone. It's quicker, it's better. You can put it in your Pro Tools. It's like, I can't believe it. But I'm scared to death of change. And sometimes that's like that. But change is the only thing I think you can really count on in life. And I should have embraced it earlier. I've seen a lot of blurry pictures out there over the last 20 years. I got my first BlackBerry, I think, while we were doing Hannah Montana. I think I remember taking a picture with Lisa. How you doing, Lisa?
I'm great, Billy. How are you doing? It's great to see you.
I'm doing great. You too. We had fun on Hannah Montana, didn't we?
We sure did.
I love that.
We sure did. I'll never forget it. And you know how much I love Miley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, speaking of Miley, this was one of my favorite things I've heard recently. So she shared her experience with UFOs, which I do believe life is out there. But you've had a similar experience. I didn't know that.
Well, I don't talk about it all that often, to be honest. But, you know, it goes back to when I was a little boy growing up in Kentucky. There was this place back in the mountains, and there's these big old beech trees back there, and beech trees are good to carve on with a knife. And way back in the 1930s, a guy that lived back in the mountains had this experience with, he carved the pictures on a tree. I found them when I was a little boy, and it was an old Model T Ford and a saucer and this alien-looking thing. And I started researching, and I go, wait, man, there was like an alien invasion in Kentucky in the late 1930s. Who knew about that? And, yeah, and so I kind of got, I don't know, fascinated with it as a little boy. And then a couple times, you know, throughout life, I've seen some crazy stuff. And some of it, I'm sure, most of it's probably explainable, but some of it I like to live. Hey, I took that picture.
He said, hey!
Wow.
I remember that thing. I remember that one right there. That's a beauty. I took that.
That
with my BlackBerry.
With my BlackBerry iPhone.
Yeah.
So wait, Rainn and Lisa, do you believe, Lisa, in extraterrestrial?
I do.
I do too. I don't think it's what we think it is, but I
know.
do believe in like other life.
I think that we can't be the only life.
I think that's so egocentric to think that
I
we're
think
real,
so too.
Right? I mean, unless you don't believe in it, and then I think that's fine, Rainn.
No. Oh, I totally believe that there's aliens and some kind of, they'd be traveling and they'd be observing us. And right now, I think those aliens are looking down on planet Earth and going,
yes. I would agree.
They're behind the curve. They just can't figure it out. All right. Well, Billy Ray, later you will be performing a cover from your new album. So what is it and why'd you record it?
Well, the song is a LL Cool J song. It's called Mama Gonna Knock You Out.
I love that song.
I do
I played ball. I was a boxer and football and baseball. And my dad always had this saying. He'd say, son, when you knock them out, you don't need no judge. When you knock them out, you don't need a judge. That means you can't get cheated by the referees. And it was odd when I started making this album. We started messing around with this LL Cool J song, and it just felt so fun. And it was great to take that hip hop track and just turn it into somewhat of, we call this album Mojave because we kind of stumbled onto our own sound of a mixture of country, southern rock, blues, hip hop, rock and roll. It's a little bit of everything, and we call it the Mojave sound. And we took Mama Gonna Knock You Out to the Mojave, and it's a lot of fun to play, a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to when this pandemic's over and we can get back to the real life and take the music out on the road and see the people and everybody celebrate through the music and sing and dance and love one another.
Yeah. Oh man, I miss shows. I'm with you. Well, members from my band, y'all actually worked on this EP with you. You want to give them a shout out right now?
What's up, Jocko?
Jocko, you played on it? I didn't know.
He's the producer.
What? You were so quiet and humble. You didn't mention that at all.
It's not out yet, right?
Well, okay. I'm like, okay, Mr. Producer Man. I didn't know that. I was here a badass musician. I didn't know you did that. That's amazing. Get it, Jocko. All right, well, Billy Ray's new album is called The Singing Hill Sessions Mojave, and you can buy it today.